Hello, welcome to the Aimless Nation, it's Jo. Today I figured we would try some coffee out. So I've been drinking coffee for about 2 years, but I don't really know what tastes I like. I just go for your standard. My friend Vince is up from sunny England coming to visit, and he happens to be a coffee connoisseur. He reviews coffee on his channel Get Beaned and also his website called Get Beaned. So yeah, he's gonna come teach me a thing or two about tasting coffee, and he's gonna appear now.
Hello.
So I've got 4 coffees, 3 are from Vince's personal stash at home, and 1 is one that I've bought because I've just started a coffee subscription, so this is the first pack from there. Vince, what are we doing?
So we'll start off by doing a basic cupping and we'll see how you react to the different notes and tones of each coffee, and then you can tell me what you taste and I can tell you what you should be tasting.
Okay. And what does a cupping involve?
Cupping is a way of gauging the 3 main kind of components of any coffee, which is typically how sweet the coffee is, how acidic the coffee is, and the body of the coffee.
I just like the word cupping.
Typically you'd want about 20 grams of coffee. So if you've ground 3 grams, you want about 17 grams. Leave it to brew for 4 minutes and then we'll give it a stir to stop the brewing process, and then we'll let it cool and crack on with the tasting.
Cool.
So you'll want to taste it by using the teaspoon and really kind of getting it on the teaspoon and really slurping it. It actually helps hit your retronasal passage. There's a bit of scientific, wordplay for you. And you get all of it'll help you pick out the different tones.
Okay, cool. So we're going to start off with, well I should actually let you tell me, 80 Stone by Coffee Roasters?
No, so 80 Stone are the coffee roasters. It's their seasonal espresso, so it changes with the season, but it is
So is this the summer season one?
So yes, that will be the summer season.
So a full teaspoon?
Yeah, and just slurp away from the edge.
Get ready for slurping action. Like lemony? Was this the one you said was acidic?
This isn't, no, that will be red brick.
Okay, so
acidic.
kind of lemony, but kind of sweet undertone. Like I wasn't pure bitter, that's gross.
Okay, but is the lemon the most predominant taste is that the strongest taste you're getting?
Yeah.
In terms of the actual packaging, so it says sweet, balanced and creamy, which we're not getting because you're saying lemon. Delicate red apple acidity. So by deliberately mentioning red apple, they are kind of directly pointing at a level of acidity that is there.
So coffee number 2 is Nuevo Bilbao. Is that right?
Nuevo Bilbao, yeah.
Yeah, from the Bionic Bull Distillery. We've gone to whiskey. No, from the Bionic Bull Roastery. I've got so many granules in my mouth. I'll try and get one without granules. Right, there you go. It's got a few less. Right. Not a lemon. Very granular. So yeah, I would say kind of like sweety, florally, but sweet. Sort of sweeter. That felt sweeter than that. That felt a bit more bitter.
Okay. Getting a fruity sweetiness or a sweetness from like a chocolate bar or
a fruity sweetness,
right?
Not a chocolate.
Okay.
Not a chocolate.
That's interesting. And you're saying it's sweeter than the other one?
Yeah,
right.
This is all going wrong.
Well, it's not wrong. It's just your personal preference. Interestingly, this kind of says vanilla and white chocolate, so again is playing up its sweetness. Blueberries.
That's
so it specifically mentions different types of fruit. The high balance of acidity and sweetness is probably what you're reacting to more so and going, yes, that's sweeter.
This one smells more like coffee. I know I said they all smell like coffee, but this smells more like what I drink. Does that make sense?
So more of your idea of what coffee should be?
Yeah.
Right.
I had trouble swallowing. That's more bitter, like the smell.
Right.
Like it tastes like it smells. Not. You said this was the acidic one though, didn't you?
This is the one I would expect to be more acidic, yes. You don't need to say, oh, I feel this should be more acidic. If it's not more acidic to you, then it's less acidic than the other ones.
It tastes more like coffee, and that sounds stupid. I'm trying to think of a flavour and I really can't. But similar to dark chocolate in the fact it made me go, ooh, like I would go with dark chocolate.
Right, okay, so that suggests kind of a really kind of base level of richness, kind of lower tones. It's interesting that you're saying there's less acidity because I kind of instantly picked it out as the one that's probably got the most acidity. But it also says honeycomb. But it also says honeycomb and nougat, which are both kind of sweet flavours, but they're not distinctive in terms of, if you were really trying to play up the sweetness, you'd say tastes like chocolate, tastes like marzipan.
Tastes more like coffee.
Right.
So this is the one that I got in my coffee subscription this month. So smells less like coffee than the last one. So kind of like number 2. Like I'm eating like a strawberry, like that fruitinessy kind of essence, like a bit of a coffee undertone,
Right.
but a sweetiness on top. That's what I'm getting. Look at me.
Okay.
Pretend I know.
So
things.
rich and sweet is a kind of a good balance for a lot of people when they go to drink coffee, but people don't react well to dark and bitter. The tasting notes of this do say peach and strawberry, so it's really kind of going straight in.
Nailed it.
Straight in with the fruit kind of fruity taste and acidic taste.
Right, so the ones, we're going to do like which ones I liked the most, but we'll do it in reverse order. My least favourite was the first one. I liked it at the time, but then it was kind of that fruitiness, but then I've got more of that from the other 2. So that one just was like the most underwhelming out of the 4, I suppose. Okay. So number 3 is the one you thought I'd like the most.
Yeah.
Because I quite like the thought of having one that I wouldn't need to have sweetener with, and I would want to sweeten that. I think first might be joint between these 2, and that feels a bit biased because that is the one I bought. That would be the specific order, but these 2 would be really close.
But I think in terms of what your palate caters to, that really suggests you really like kind of light acidity. It's really interesting that someone who's not been drinking that coffee that long, you have a really kind of distinctive palate in which you kind of go, yes, I really like bold flavours. So you really want to taste what's in your coffee. So if you were going to buy coffees in the future, I'd recommend anything that says, fruity, citrus even, or possibly even floral. So
they were my order, so I'm glad this one made the top 2, as this is the one I've got for the next month. Thanks, Vince, for going through cupping with me and having a nice coffee test and imparting? That's not the word.
Yeah, it is. Imparting wisdom.
Yeah. Oh, yes. So yeah, thank you for imparting some wisdom and some knowledge in my direction about coffee, and now I kind of know where my palate is when I look to drink coffee in the future. So yeah, make sure you check out Vince's channel, Get Beaned. I'll put a link down below. So he does loads of different ones, including like cold brews and beans and everything. So make sure you check it out to get some more knowledge on coffee. Let me know in the comments down below what sort of taste you like in coffee. If you've done a coffee tasting before, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Love it.